Facebook lovelies. I'm going to check and make sure that we're not cutting off Jeff too much. We also don't need to have the TV on, so you're not distracted. So we'll put on something here. How about that?
How much time we got?
Minute and a half. There we go. All right, so let's see how this looks and make sure we're not cutting off Kelly. So far, so good. Looks pretty good. Hey, Chip Belanja. Carol says good morning. Caroline as well. Doreen is on. 6 other people are on, but I can't even see those. 1 minute.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Kelly.
We're all a little jealous of Kelly today. She got headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Professional headphones.
I was over at my parents last night, and my mom said to tell you hi and that she enjoys you on the show.
Aw, thank you.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Doreen's like, good morning. 30 seconds.
That's actually really sweet because like people have been, I heard you this morning, and I'm just like, wow, listen more, yay.
Kelly, I'm gonna when you get settled in, tell me where you're gonna be, and I'm gonna try to lower this or raise this so the microphone's not kicking in the head. Looks like I'm trying to hide you.
I'm good.
Now, back to the Wake Up Call with Phil Quinn. Brought to you by Phillips Drugs on Richmond's Classic Hits, 1017.
It is 6:45 on your Wake Up Call, and we have 39 degrees here in the Whitewater Valley. And Jeff Lane says he can't hear his headphones. Are you having headphone problems too?
I am.
All right. Well, I know that Kelly has had some problems too. I wonder if we've got a little short over there. Well,
I don't know.
you know who?
Check it
You
out.
know Rick Funk, our station engineer, station extraordinaire. He certainly can help us out with that, and we'll get with him. Okay. Well, sorry. We've only got a few people watching on Facebook Live, not the normal 30 that we'd like to have, or 17 or whatever. So get with it, people. It's a Friday. It's still a work day. Get busy. Jeff Lane is here from the newsroom, and we're brought to you by Phillips Drugs, your good neighbor pharmacy. What's happening?
Well, we do have a developing situation this morning. I'm trying to get some more information on this, but we know that one person is dead following a car chase through Richmond streets this morning. It started in the residential areas just behind or just to the west of Richmond High School. The driver of a BMW then fled to Abington Pike at a very high rate of speed, lost control on an S-curve near Test Road, if you can picture where I'm talking about, went into a tree. Now, the original indication was that this guy may have fled the scene, but he was actually found inside the wreckage and was pronounced dead at the scene. I do not yet know his name or why he was fleeing. Hopefully we'll get some of that information before we're out of news this morning. A little bit more on RP&L. We told you first yesterday morning that there was a potential rate increase coming for RP&L customers of about $4 to $5. And some new information, if that were to happen, it would take about a year to go into effect. That's because, as you guys both know, it takes a lot of, I don't want to say governmental red tape necessarily.
Yeah, but you got to clear some hurdles.
Yeah, it has to go through the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission. It'll take about a year for it to go into effect. Public hearing on the issue is going to be set for the 16th of this month, so if you'd like to voice your concern, that would be the time to do so.
I would also like to voice my support for doing this because they haven't done one since 2005.
Correct.
And we're talking about $4 to $5 a month, and I know that's less than a cup of coffee. I get it. I get there's some people that are really on budget constraints. I get that, but we're talking, $16 a quarter, and it helps do the remediation cleanup, which is necessary. I mean, we've got to pay for that one way or the other.
Yep.
And RP&L still the only nonprofit that does a payment in lieu of taxes. So
that's right. That's right. I want to tell you.
I did.
I want to tell you about some numbers in Fayette County. This is absolutely shocking to me, to the point that I almost don't believe it.
Oh.
This is what a group of consultants told Fayette County commissioners this week. They studied the Fayette County economy in the last decade. They say that Fayette County has experienced a net loss of 4,600 jobs from 2009 to 2018
That doesn't surprise
due
me.
to business contraction. They also say, and this is even more interesting to me, that 2/3 of the people who live in Fayette County and hold jobs drive outside the county to get to those jobs. 2/3.
Doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't.
Wow.
That's incredible. Also, it's getting older. The number of residents under the age of 19 has shrunk by 3%. The number of senior citizens has grown by 7%. That's just, I don't know. Kelly believes it.
That's not
I do.
sustainable.
I actually do believe that because my previous employer was I was in Connersville, and most of the people that I talked to that were there, they drove out of the county, to jobs. A lot of them worked in Richmond. They worked in Brookville. Some folks worked in Cincinnati. It was, and you're seeing a lot of just what I saw, just my personal self, places that were closing and empty. So I think that's probably pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
It's a shame, but it's probably pretty close.
And I want, so there, I make fun of Newcastle and Connersville because of, well, it's Newcastle and Connersville. But look at Richmond and go, boy, there's nothing going on in town here. This is a terrible place to live. Try driving through Connersville and Newcastle a couple times.
It's absolutely true.
I mean,
absolutely true.
it's desperate in those areas.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Boy, try not to be so gloomy on a Friday, but this one also is
Wow.
a report on Cardinal Ethanol, the plant in
Yeah,
Randolph County.
what's
Now,
going on there?
In years past, they had profits of as much as $87 million a year. This fiscal year, though, they're reporting a net loss, a net operating loss of $6.6 million. At one point, even this year, they had tried to sell the plant. They say that's no longer the case. They did, though, produce 130 million gallons of ethanol out there this
Wow.
year.
Any reason why they said? I mean, is it just the,
Part of it they blame on an explosion in a grain silo that shut down production for a while.
okay, all right.
So that's part of the reason. All right, on to happier things.
Yeah,
And
let's
with
do that.
This
Yeah.
one, tonight is Richmond's annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
Sure.
If you want to take part, show up at Elstra Plaza around 6 o'clock. The lighting, I think, is set for 6:15.
That's different because it used to be at the city building.
Correct. Ann and Tom Herman will be flipping the switch this year. They do a lot of volunteering throughout the city. Also, immediately following the lighting, there will be a parade on East Main Street. It'll run from
Yay.
5th Street to 10th Street. That should step off at around 7 o'clock tonight.
That's right.
I'm excited.
Brewer Broadcasting,
Yay.
The Buddha, and Steve Baker are the MCs for said parade.
All right.
So-
Fantastic.
And Kelly Cruz Nicholson,
Yes.
new Wake Up Call co-host, is in the parade.
There you
Let's
go.
just throw that out there.
I mean,
I'm gonna keep throwing my name out there, Phil. Don't look
if you're
at me
not
like
if
that.
you're not careful, we'll give you the station vehicle to drive. That is more difficult to find
Hey.
somebody to drive the parade than you could imagine.
Let me tell you. I trick out my car. You guys don't laugh. You've seen it. You've seen it.
I have. It's a
I
little.
will
It's a little
trick
Chevy.
out the station vehicle. You
Little-
have no idea.
Little Chevy Chase.
Oh man.
That's, you go a little.
I do.
Go a little
I do.
overboard. There's tinsel,
You can see my car
garland,
from space. It's-
greeneries, lights.
not joking,
That's
Jeff.
not. That's not.
with a 6 foot tall Santa that comes out the
Oh, my.
sunroof. No, I'm not kidding. It's one of my favorite things
She'd
to
be
do.
pulled over if it wasn't a parade. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
They'd be like,
Absolutely.
she hit a tree.
I went through a drive-through one time right before a parade, and my car was tricked out like that. And you should have seen.
And you
the
can just
look
see
I
that limit on height. They just took the head right off of that Santa. Our question of the day: what is the Christmas TV special that is a can't miss family tradition? Jeff Lane.
All right. Well, I know that you said Charlie Brown, and I
Yep.
think that's probably mine. But if I have to go to this is an extremely close second, extremely close, and it's only because of this song.
All right.
It's actually from The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
My favorite ever.
Yeah, we wanted to be able to give a little bit of listen for our friends on Facebook Live. So the song is.
This is Heat Miser.
Yep.
Which immediately follows Snow Miser.
Yes. There you go.
All right.
But Heat Miser's actually the coolest.
Yes.
He's actually the cool one. Yeah.
Very good. All right. I wouldn't let Kelly. Kelly was too late to
I
give
know.
us. She's supposed to be commenting on the post as soon as possible.
I'm sorry.
That's co-host responsibilities.
I'm sorry.
So now I'm gonna give you some time now to give us your Christmas TV special that you can't miss.
Well, first of all, The Year Without a Santa Claus. I DVR that thing.
Do you?
I do, and I watch it
All right.
multiple times.
All right.
But you know what? The Christmas Story, because she's your
Sure.
eye out, kid.
Yeah. I've got, and I love my leg lamp. That would be number 2 for me. I
Yeah.
love listening to the Charlie Brown Christmas album. Just the music is what does it for me. But the special is a can't miss every
Yeah.
year. All right.
You know, number 3 is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, because I'm going to tell you what, Jim Carrey just nailed that.
I thought so too. I
He
thought that
just
was
nailed
really.
it, and I loved it.
They did a good job. Now they
Watched
just
it last
did
night.
They did an updated animated version, didn't they? Recently, that
don't
was
think
like in theaters. I thought
think
they
so,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
They
they
did?
And it was.
Oh, that's right.
And it's terrible.
That's right. It's
Can't
the Doctor Strange, the
Yeah.
guy that played Doctor Strange
There
was
you
in
go.
it. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, everybody have a great weekend, and we will talk to you a little bit later on with our Darger Repair Service 5 things.
Can't wait.
Spending time with family and friends during the holiday season.
No.
Jeff, thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. That in our household, you have to understand. We have watched that, of course, for years.
There you go.
And it used to be, and if you don't want to repeat this, I will say it's a lie. But my brother David. Oh!
Yeah.
I can't say it.
We're gonna
I'm
hold.
sorry.
We're still on Facebook Live.
Wait.
I wanted you to hang on a second because I love you and I don't need you to lose your job today. So here's what before we. This is why people watch too.
See?
FYI, we are doing bartender shout-outs coming up at 7:10. So it is Bartender Appreciation Day today, and Kelly had a great idea to do that, and so we're gonna do that coming up at 7:10. So shout out to your favorite bartender, but that will not be on Facebook Live. And I'm gonna turn the camera here and shut us down so that we're not in any more trouble, Kelly.